Namaste. Welcome back to my videos. Myself, Raj Sekar. I am working as an assistant professor in Engineering College Bikaner from IT department. Guys, already we have discussed it in our PPS subject the important concepts like control statements, condition statements, and functions and recursion of a function. From these topics, you will get 20 to 25 marks in your same exams. So be focus on these concepts. So we have cleared that concepts, but some of the examples I want to explain by using those concepts like control loops like for loop, while loop, do while loop. I want to explain more examples. Regularly they are asking these examples or these problems in your main exams. So I can give the explanation of each and every line in your programming. Here I want to give one suggestion. Those who are the otherwise who want to learn any programming language, tracing is very important in every programming language. If you are doing tracing means is nothing but a you are finding output for each and every line in your programming. So that is called a tracing. Means if you are a compiler, assuming that, just assumption, if you are a compiler, then what is the output of each and every line in your program? If you are producing like that, then you will become a good programmer. Just remember this thing. Let's see the examples. I will explain each and every example and each and every line in those examples. Okay, let's see here. The example is reverse of a given integer. For example, if I am entering any integer like more than two numbers, like for example 2345, I have to produce the reverse of that number. Means here 2345, we have to produce the number 5432. Then how we have to write this number? Here for this program, this is the logic actually. Okay, I will give the briefly explanation on this logic, but before going to write any program, you should implement the program first manually. Here what is the logic first manually? Here 2345 means here this is the place of ones, tens, hundreds and thousands place. But here I am changing these places. Means 5 is coming to 1000 place, and 2 is coming to ones place, and 4 is coming to hundreds place, and 3 is coming to tens place. Remember this point here. If you are remembering this point, then we can use the same situation in our programming also. Okay, so first what you are doing here, first I am taking this number, first I am taking the first number, I am writing into left side, and again I am taking the second number, I am writing into the next number of that number, and again I am taking these three and I am writing here, and lastly I am writing 2. So what I am doing, one at a time I am taking only one number from those integer numbers. Are you understanding? Okay, here 2 3 4 5, first I am taking here only one number. Then how I can take only one number from those any integer like that? Just remember here you have to divide that with 10, then you will get the answer here. How much answer you will get here? This number. But if you want only this number, what I can do? Divide it by with the modular division by 10 of this number, then you will get the remainder of this number. So if you are doing modular division by 10, what is the number you can get here? 5 is here remainder. So you can take this remainder separately. And after that, after taking separately this number, you want only 2 3 4. You don't want again 2 3 4 5, because of if you are taking again 2 3 4 5, again it is producing 5, but you don't want to 5. So after that step I am taking 2 3 4. So I am taking again 2 3 4 5, sorry 4 2 3 4 5, 2 3 4 5 divided by 10. What is the Number, what is the number for 2345 divided by 10? Here 2345 divided by 10. So when you are dividing this number divided by 10, it is not taking this thing because of 23454.5 you are getting your answer actually. So but in integer number you don't get that 0.5 any decimal places, so you will get only 234. So 234 I am again taking for manipulation. So this is the process. You will clear after explaining this condition, then you will clear that logic. Okay, first here I am taking the variables. What are the variables you need in your program? I am taking, what are the variables here? Integer n. Integer n is the one of the variable I am taking. First I am taking reverse one of the rev is equal to one of the variable I am assigning to 0, and the remainder is also one of the variable I am taking. You can take any variable here, choice yours. Okay, next printf, enter an integer. You can enter any integer more than one number, because of if you are entering one number it will produce same number like that. Okay, so printf, I am entering integer. Next scanf, you are taking the integer like 2, 3 and 4, 5 is your number. Okay, so I am entering 2, 3, 4, 5 number while n is not equal to 0. So here I am implementing the logic while n is not equal to 0. So if you are entering 0 means there is no need of doing any reverse of that number. So I am directly skipping the loop when the condition is fails. Okay, when the condition is fails, I am skipping the loop. So but here n is not equal to 0. What is n value? 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, next, if the while condition is true, already we have learned this concept. When the condition is true, you are entering into the body of the any loop. If the condition is false, you are skipping or terminating the body of the loop. You are not entering the loop of the body. Okay, here remainder is equal to, I am taking the remainder is equal to n modular division by 10. What is the number you are getting? Already I have explained. First here this is the logic. First 5 I have to take 5 and I have to place into first number. So first remainder is equal to n modular division by 10. What is the n value here? 2345. 2345 modular division by 10 means modular division it will take only remainder. 2345 divided by 10. What is the remainder here divided by 10? Here remainder you will get first 5 here. Okay, next REV is equal to REV into 10. What is REV value? First I have taken 0. So 0 into 10, 0 plus, what is the value remainder here? I got 5. 0 plus 5, 5. What is the value of reverse here? 5. So I got reverse 5 there. Okay, just remember here. Next, I have taken 5 separately. What are the remaining numbers? 2, 3, 4. So you want 2, 3, 4 only, don't take 5. So because of that purpose, I am going to take n is equal to n divided by 10. What is n value here? 2, 3, 4, 5. So I am taking divided by 10. 2, 3, 4 divided by 10 means what is the value? You will get coefficient 2, 3, 4 only. 5 is the remainder. So you will get 2, 3, 4 coefficient. So I am again repeating this loop. Because of why repeating this loop, again I have to check the condition. Up to the condition is fail, the while loop is repeating until that fail condition. Okay, so what is the value here? 234. 234 modular division by 10. So here 234 modular division by 10 means 234 divided by 10, you will get 4 here. What is the remainder here? 4. So remainder is 4. Reverse is equal to reverse into 10. What is the value already reverse in? 5 is stored here. I can write here. Just remember 5 is stored here. So 5 into 10. What is the 5 into 10 value? 50. 50 plus, what is the remainder I got next step? 4. What is the value here? 54 I got. Okay, 54 I got here. 1 minute. So 54 I got. So again I have to take the numbers 2, 3. For the 2, 3, I am taking normal division by n value. So n, what is the n value here? 234. 234 divided by 10, you are getting 23. 23 again, 23 I am again repeating. 23 is not equal to 0, correct? And 23 modular division by 10 means I am getting 3 is the remainder. So REV star 10, what is the value star means here? 54. 54 into 10 means 540 plus 3, 543 I got. So here 543 I got. So again 23 divided by 10, what is the value you are getting? 2. 2 again I am getting here. 2 is not equal to 0. 2 modular division by 10 is equal to 2. If any value is less than the 10, if you are doing the modular division, that is the remainder. Okay, remember this thing. There is no need to go anywhere. So any value is less than 10, if you are doing the modular division by 10 means the value is same of the remainder. So remainder is equal to 2. So already here 544 is 543 is equal to here. So 543 into 10, 5430 plus 2. What is the number? 5432 here is there. So what is the n value here? 2, because of here 2 is there. So what is the n value? 2. 2 divided by 10 is equal to 0.2. So but here it is only integer, it will take the value only 0. So 0 is not equal to 0. No, 0 is not equal to 0 means it's not true. 0 is equal to 0. So here I am going to skip the while loop. What next? What is the next line? Reverse number is equal to REV. What is the REV stored here? 5432 is the answer. Are you clear? So this is an example of a reverse of a given number, or sometimes they will ask a palindrome of a given number. Palindrome means like that any number, like if you are reading from left side to right side, left side, the number will be same. That is the palindrome. For example, 1 to 1. So if you are reading from left to right, that is 1 to 1. If you are reading from 1 to 1, so you have to check those type of numbers is a palindrome or not. Means, for example, same logic. If you are taking the number same like that, if you are doing that reverse number, you will get the same answer. But you have to put on condition here: if the reverse number is equal to the previous number, what is the number you entered, is both are equal to same, then that is the palindrome of a given number. So these type of examples they are asking in your exams. So be careful, and if you have any doubts, then implement in your program lab section. Okay, just do in our phone also, because of mobile also nowadays we have online compilers. You can use the online compilers in your mobile phone. You will get those answers. If you have any doubts, then also call me anytime, then I will give you the and then I will clarify your doubts. Okay, let's see another example. What is the next example is the Fibonacci series up to n terms. First, what is mean of Fibonacci series? First, if you are writing any program in your programming language, first you should know about the normal solution for that any program. Okay, first, what is mean of first, if you want to implement Fibonacci series in a programming language, first you should be aware about that Fibonacci. What is mean of Fibonacci series? If you don't know about the Fibonacci series, then how you can implement that logic? Is it correct or not? Yeah. What is Fibonacci series? Fibonacci series means is a number like that: 0 plus 1. It will add to this number first number, and first number to the next number. First it will 0 and 1 common, and 1 plus 1 it is, and means it is adding these numbers to 1 by 1. Okay, so 1 plus 1 is equal to 2. Next, 1 plus 2 is equal to 3. If you want to produce the next number, you can add the previous two numbers. That is the Fibonacci series. 2 plus 3 is equal to 5. Next, 5 plus 8 is equal to 13, plus 8 plus 13 is equal to 21. 21 plus 13 is equal to 34, like that. So this is called a Fibonacci series. Means if you want to produce the next number, then you have to add the previous two numbers. That is the Fibonacci series. Okay, so this is the logic. If you know this logic, then you can implement any programming language. The formula of every program is called a logic in our program. Okay, logic is not nothing, it's a new thing. Logic is nothing but if you are converting your mathematical expression into programming language, that is the logic. Okay, so here what is the logic? Here this is the logic. What I am doing here, I will explain. Int I comma n comma, I am taking the variables like I, where I is one of the variable, and t1 is equal to 0 initially I am taking, t2 is equal to 1 is because of I have to take some values for Fibonacci series, because of before any values, then how I can add the, how I can produce the next number. So for that purpose I am taking these two numbers. So first number is the 0, second one is the 0. Based on these numbers I have to produce the Fibonacci series. Okay, and next term is another variable. Next I am entering the terms, how many terms you want. For example, I want 10 terms, means up to 10 numbers I have to produce the Fibonacci series. I am entering 10 Fibonacci series for I equal to 1. This is the logic for I equal to 1. What is the I value here? I am taking 1, and I less than equal to 10. What is the n value here? What is the numbers? I mean, how many numbers you want? Then the number you entered, that is n, and I plus plus or plus plus I. Okay, printf percentage d comma t1. If I is less than equal to n, means what is the I value here? 1. 1 is less than equal to 10, correct? So when the loop is correct, I means the condition, the loop of the condition is correct, then it is entering into the body of the loop. Otherwise it will terminate the loop. Okay, so it is here, it is correct, so I am entering into the body of the loop. I am printing the value t1. What is the t1 here? 0 I am printing. Again I am going to next term is equal to t1 plus t2. What is the t1 value? 0 plus 1. Next term is equal to t2. So t1 is equal to t2. I am interchanging this number, and t2 is equal to next term. It means here what is the t1 value? I am assigning t2. What is the t1 here now? 1. So what is the t2 value? That is the next term. What is the next term here? It is equal to 1. So what is the next numbers here? 1 1. Now I am again repeating this loop. Why I am repeating this loop? Means after checking this condition, if it is true, it will print the, it will execute the whole lines of the body of the loop. After it will go for next condition, that is increment or the updation. So it is updating I is equal to 2. So I 2 is less than or equal to n. Same I am repeating. What is the value here? What is the t1 value here? t1 is equal to 1. Don't forget, because of I assigned here t1 is equal to 1. Okay, next time is equal to t1 plus t2. What is the t1 value? 1. T2 value 1. So next time is equal to 2. Here I am producing next time is equal to 2. T1 is equal to T2. What is the T1 value here? 1. What is the T2 is equal to 2? Because of next time I am assigning it to T2. Okay, next time again incrementing I is equal to 3. 3. So what is the value of T1? T1 is equal to 1. Okay. So next time is equal to T1 plus T2. What is the T1 is equal to 1 plus 2, that is equal to 3. So it is producing 3 value. Okay, so next again I am interchanging these values. So again I am repeating I is I plus plus, that is equal to 4. 4 is less than or equal to 10, correct? Next I am entering T2. What is the T1 is the value here? 2. Because of here I interchanged. So here 2 is producing. Like that, here you are producing the values up to how many numbers you want. So this is the logic, guys. Don't forget here. I think, are you cleared about this logic? Okay, just once again you can take the other numbers, t is equal to something value, t2 is equal to something value, so you can check also for that numbers. So these are the examples, don't forget these things. So I can give another example. This is another example. First they are giving the output like this. What is the output? Half pyramid, means by using the star you have to print the pyramid like this shape. These type of questions actually they will ask in your main exams sometimes, not frequently they are not asking, but when you are going for your interview, compulsory they will ask this type of questions, because of if you are perfect in your looping system, means the control statements for loop, while loop, do while loop, you can easily implement these type of outputs. Okay, remember here what is the logic here. What is output here? First you are printing 1 star, after you are going to next line, first row, first 1 star, second row 2 star, third row, fourth row, fifth row. Means what is the main thing here? How many rows you have? 5 rows. Each row, first row you are printing only 1, second row 2, and based on that rows you are printing the number of stars. Okay, so this is simple. So I am taking the variables here, int I comma j comma rows, printf enter number of rows. How many number of rows? For example, based on your example, I am taking 5 rows, so here I am entering 5 rows. Next, I equal to 1. Here this is the logic, what you have talked, this is the logic. Actually up to here, this is the logic for I equal to 1. Okay, what is the value of I equal to 1? I less than equal to rows. How many rows I have? I have to compare that rows. So I equal to 1 I am taking. 1 is less than equal to 5, correct? So 1 is less than equal to 5. So after that, here just remember here, this is very important, I am entering into the another loop. Okay, what is the, this is the loop for counting the rows, this is the loop for printing the stars. Because of that I am using 2 rows. Remember here, based on that rows you are printing the stars, so you have to take 2 loops for that thing. Okay, so based on these for loop I am working or running this for loop. Okay, based on that first for loop I am running or working second for loop. So j is equal to 1, j is less than or equal to I. So what is I value here? 1. So 1 is less than or equal to 1, correct? I am printing the value star. So I have printed the value star. So after condition I am going to updating the statement. So because of first I have to complete this loop, after again I am going to this loop, because of here from here to I came here, after completing this thing I have to go again this thing, otherwise you don't go middle of that loop to updation of that above anything. Okay, so here j is less than equal to completed, so I plus j plus plus. What is the j plus plus value? 2. 2 is less than equal to 1, so wrong, so it is false. I am going to the printf statement. When it is false, then I am going to next statement. So up to here this is the first loop body, and here this is the second loop body. Okay, just divide these things. This is the first loop body, that is the second loop body. Okay, so slash n means already I have taught that slash n means you are entering into the new line. So after that I am going to next line. Okay, so next line here updating. Now I am going to first loop, I am updating this loop plus plus I 2. So 2 is less than or equal to 5, correct? I am taking again same loop, but how many stars I can print here? Up to 2, because of j I am incrementing up to 2 times. Next again I am terminating from this loop, and I am updating the first loop, and again I am taking 3, up to 3 times I am repeating this j loop, and again I am terminating the j loop next time. Up to 5 rows you are terminating. After 5 rows you are terminating this for loop. So if you are terminating from this loop, means you are not entering into this loop, so return 0. So you are producing the output like this here. So this is very important, guys. If you are perfect in looping or logic to providing any programming language like C, if you are perfect in C, means you can learn any language easily. This is the logic like that, remember. Okay, let's see another example. Let's see another example. Check Armstrong number of 3 digits. So here I want to implement one of the program, that is Armstrong number. The given number is an Armstrong number or not. Well, first, what is means of Armstrong number? If you don't know about the Armstrong number, then how you can produce. So that is the main thing. Armstrong number means if you are taking any values like a b c equal to a power n plus b power n plus c power n, then the any value is like that, that is an Armstrong number. Here what is the size of this number? What is the size? 1 2 3, 3 digits are there. So what is the value? A cube plus b cube plus c cube. For example, I am taking 371. So 3 cube plus 7 cube plus 1 cube we have to produce. So here any number like ABC is same is equal to a power n plus b power n plus c power n, that is the Armstrong number. Let's see how. Same like that. First, what is the number? First, what is the logic here? You have to divide each number separately. Already we have done previously. What is that? Reverse number. So you have to take the modular division of this number and cube this number, add to another number. Same, you can take the modular of this number and take this number as a cube and equal these two numbers. Same, already we have done palindrome or not, like that. Here while original odd number is equal to 0, I have to take this condition like that. So modular division by 10 I am taking. So for example, I am taking 371. 1 is I am taking first. So I am taking the result is equal to result plus remainder into remainder into remainder, means 3 cube. What is the remainder here? 1. 1 cube plus 1 cube plus, sorry, 1 cube and 1 cube is equal to 1. Result is equal to, already I have taken 0. 0 plus n is equal to 1 is there. Okay. Next. I am taking, next I have to take only a b value, means 337. I don't want to take 1 because the 1 is already completed. So again I am taking 37 to the loop. 37 is not equal to 0. So remainder is equal to 37 modular division by 10 means 7. So 7 is the remainder here. So 1 plus 7 cube, 7 plus 7 plus 7. Sorry, 7 cube, 7 cube 49 into 7. You are getting some value. Okay, here you are adding 1 plus 7 cube here. Okay, 1 plus 7 cube. Next, again I am taking 37 divided by 10 means 3. 3 is not equal to 0. I am taking here 3 divided modular division by 10 means 3. Already I told you, no? If any number is less than modular division 10, so that is your number, that is your remainder. Here 3 cube 27. 1 plus 7 cube plus 3 cube 27 is equal to 371. You are getting same. So 317 is an Armstrong number. When you are comparing, if result is equal to number, what is the number here? What is the number you entered? Okay, don't take direct here, because of if you are taking direct number here for calculation or implementing this logic, the number is changing because of what is the final number you are getting here. Here 0, so your number is going to 0. So here I am taking another variable for calculation part, means for calculating this thing. Okay, are you understand? If you are taking original number, the original number is changing, but last you have to compare that original number with your result. But your original number changing here if you are taking directly original number. So for that instead I am taking another variable. I am assigning this original number to and that variable. I am taking that variable for this calculation part. Here result is equal to number, then that is an Armstrong number. If the result is not equal to that number, that is not an Armstrong number. So guys, this is also important for 10 marks your exam. Here this is the last example for this video. To find the largest number among three numbers, means I am entering 3 4 5 3 numbers. Which one is the largest number? 5 is the largest number, so I have to print this is the largest number, like that. I am taking n1 n2 n3 are the numbers 3 4 5. I am entering these numbers 3 4 5 here. First you can implement this type of program by using if statement only, otherwise if else ladder, otherwise nested if else statements, like that. So first I have to compare this number with remaining 2. Again I have to compare this number with remaining 2. I have to compare this number with remaining 2. You can do like that, because of if you are comparing these remaining two numbers, if it is larger, then you can print it is larger. There is no need to go here. Otherwise, if it is not correct, you have to go here also, you have to go here also, like that. If n1 is greater than equal to n2 and it's a logical end. Logical end means if here it is true, here it is true, then you can print this statement. Otherwise, you don't do this. If otherwise, if the condition will be false. So okay, so here n1 is greater than equal to n2 means this is greater than number to this number, and also it has to greater than this number, then it is the largest number. Okay, same like that remaining also. N2 is greater than equal to n1, n2 is greater than equal to n3, n3 is greater than equal to n1, and n3 is greater than equal to. So if both, if this number is greater than among these two numbers, I mean, then it is the largest number. So this is the logic for implementing this type of problems. So guys, please do more for examples. If you want to learn programming, then it is very easy. What are the methods you are learning your mathematics or anything, then you can implement in your programming language using some tricks and instructions. Then that is the programming language. It is not difficult. So be focused on more examples. We learn. So you will get single program for 10 marks in your main SEM exams. So in next video I will discuss about arrays and pointers. Arrays also very important concept for your main exams, and your programming language also, and pointers also. Okay, thank you.